In this video, we're going to show you how the POS interface works under the Communications menu. So to access the Communications menu, I'm going to turn the unit off, hold the X button while turning the unit on. First of all, my POS interface is selected. So I'm going to scroll down. Now, I have Berg Generic selected. I use the L to scroll to the next set of drivers, and I have a SAM 650. I'm going to select the SAM 650 because I'm using a SAM 4S. All Samsung terminals should use the SAM 650 driver, but you can scroll through and select the driver for the POS terminal you will be interfacing to by using the L button. So then I'm going to scroll down and you get to select your PLU base. I have the 100 base selected. On a 704, the PLUs for a code 1 pour is 101 for a small, 1 being the code, 0 being the size. So for a code 1 regular, it's 111. So the 100 is the PLU base, the 11 is the size, and the 1 is the code. So on the large, it's 121, and on the extra large, it's 131. And for a code 2, a small is a 102, a 112, a 122, or a 132. Now for a 1504, the PLUs run differently. There's 60 PLUs instead of 28. So when you select 100 base on the 1504, your PLUs go 101 for a small, 102 for a regular, 103 for a large, and 104 for an extra large. Then you go to code 2, it goes to 105 for a small, 106 for a regular, 107 for a large, and 108 for an extra large, and so on until you hit your 60 PLUs. If you use the L, you can scroll through and set the different bases that you want. So then your next selection is wait for release, yes or no. What wait for release means is I pick up the bottle and I go to pour. I ask permission from the terminal if I can pour. The terminal rings it up and sends me an 06, which releases the pour. Sounds like it will take an awful long time for that to happen, but it happens in milliseconds. If I select no for wait for release, that means the terminal can be turned off and I can pour at any time. Then I have my POS timeout. How long am I going to wait for the POS to respond? Right now my unit's set for 2.5 seconds. I can use the L to increase that time, and I can use the X to decrease that time I wait. Now you're going to see POS ID on or off here. POS ID can't fully be set up under the 704 because you need P3 hubs to do POS ID. You can set it up for the unit, but you still have to work with the hub and set it up under the P3 hub. So you can set the timeout for the POS ID on a unit. A 0 timeout means I've ID'd myself, and once I've done that, I don't have to ID myself to which terminal I'm going to anymore if it's set to 0. Otherwise, you can set it, the default is 4 seconds. The send and receive is a function where I've set one up, 1704 or 1504 up completely with calibration and everything, and I have another one or two or whatever more to do. I'll use the universal cable kit on the back of 2 704s, and then I'll go to the unit that needs the data and select the receive, and then I'll come to the unit that has all the data set up and I'll hit the send. And it will send the data that's in the 1704 to the other, and it happens in a few seconds. So what I'm going to do is I've selected Berg Generic, I've selected my PLU base of 100. I'm going to show you how this works. So I'm going to grab my bottle with a code 1 pour, insert it into the ring, and I'm going to invert it. Now, it rang up 350 on the till, the receipt printer started to come out. I can hit cash out, and you can see on the printer it rang up $3.50.